Hello students, as you all must have read lesson number 5 at home and hope, we had started with lesson number 5 of our science, that is food safety. Please keep your textbooks open in front of you, and till I start you can read the part what we have finished and just recall what points we had done in the previous lecture about food safety. I think we had finished about food spoilage and factors responsible for food spoilage. Our chapter was food safety. How to preserve food, how to keep it safely. That was our lesson what was going on. In previous chapter students, we had studied about constituents of food. I remember I told you about constituents of food. I told you about carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, fibers and water. These are the main constituents which should be present in our food, in the food which we eat daily. All these constituents should be present in proper proportion, proper, accurate, exact proportion. Then only our body will be well nourished, we will be fit and fine. A body will be called as a healthy body only when we consume carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, fibers and water in adequate proportion. On our daily basis, our daily nutrition, our daily food should contain food items which are rich in carbohydrates, which are rich in proteins, which are rich in fats, vitamins, minerals, which are having fibers in them. And water, as we know, we should drink adequate amount of water so that our body will function properly. If we are just eating junk food, we are just eating bread and butter and all that, and our diet is not with these constituents, so our body will become weak and we will oftenly fall ill, will not be able to be fit, and our body will not function properly and smoothly. So we had studied this, constituents should be present in our food, and then we had studied about food spoilage, we had studied about factors responsible for food spoilage. Now we come to the next topic of the lesson, that is food wastage. How and where is food wasted? See on page number 35 of your book, they have given, with the help of science and technology, India has shown great progress in the production of various foodstuffs like cereals, fruits, vegetables, fish as well as milk and milk products. New technology is being invented. With different scientists are being inventing new machineries. So they have given here with the help of science and technology, modern methods of production. India has shown a great progress. So India is a developing nation. It is developing very fast, at a very fast rate. And production of various foodstuffs like cereals, pulses, fruits, vegetables, fish, milk and milk products is going on at a faster rate. Even so, many people in our country and all over the world face the problem of hunger. Even when this production is at a faster rate, many people in our country, India, they are remaining hungry. The problem of hunger is still continuing like that only. Many do not get even one meal a day. Many people, they don't even get one time complete food to fill their stomach, to fulfill their hunger. Hence, it is our duty. What is our duty? It is our duty to prevent wastage of food wherever it takes place. Only you have to cook as much as food you need at home for your family members. No cooking a lot of food, no cooking over amount of food and wasting the food. Then also when we go to parties, the different occasions, there also a lot of food is wasted because there are different items served there. And from the 10 items, we only have 5 items, and 5 items remain like that only in our plate, and we have to throw it away because we consume only 5 items out of the 10. These are all wrong methods. We are wasting the food what we are getting. Think about the other people who don't get even one complete meal a day. Even one time they can't fulfill their hunger. So there are two methods of wastage of food. According to our book, there are two methods of wastage of food. They have given quantitative wastage of food, and also the other method of wastage of food is qualitative wastage of food. Means food is wasted in two ways. One is due to quantity wastage and one is due to qualitative wastage of food. So we have to be careful that we don't waste the quantity of food and we don't waste the quality of food also. So what is quantitative wastage of food? Students see given here. Raw methods of farming like hand sowing. Due to this hand sowing method of farming, a lot of food grains are wasted while sowing. So you have to use machinery for sowing. Nowadays modern technology, modern machineries are developed. For farming, new machineries are being invented and have been invented. So instead of hand sowing, farmers have to use machine sowing and prevent the wastage of food grains. Wrong methods of farming like hand sowing of seeds, inadequate threshing. Threshing means the lighter food grains have to be settled to a other place, and the heavy grains they come down and settle down straight. So that is to be done very properly. So it should not be inadequate. Inadequate threshing. Then improper storage. Food grains are not stored properly. Farmers, they don't store the food grains properly, and due to which there is wastage of food. Then again there are wrong methods of distribution of these food grains. Some of the reasons for quantitative wastage of food. All these are wrong methods. Wrong methods of farming they have given like hand sowing of seeds. Seeds should not be hand sown, they should be machine sown. And then they have given inadequate threshing. Threshing should be done in adequate amount. Then storing of the food grain should be proper. Improper storage should not be there, so that the insects and rats they spoil the food grains and there will be wastage. Then wrong methods of distribution of food are some of the methods where there is quantitative wastage of food. Besides, much food is wasted as a result of, next they are given the way how food is wasted as a result of custom. What is the custom nowadays of offering and serving too much food? It is a custom of offering and serving too much food to guests at traditional feasts or banquets. What we think, we are serving too much food, we are serving many items. Instead of one or two items, we are serving 10 items, means we are from a very rich background. We think we are from a very high class family, and we serve the food which is not accepted by the guests, that also we serve forcefully, which the guests don't want, that also we serve forcefully, take, we say. And then the guests, they are not able to finish that food and they go and throw it in the waste bin. And then because of that, the food is wasted. So this custom should be stopped. It is a wrong custom of forcing the guests, of offering and serving too much food to the guests, and because of that there is wastage of food. Had it not been wasted, all this food could have met the need of many others, those who are needy, those who don't get food to eat, those who don't get one day meal also. Ask them how they feel when they are sleeping like that only with their hungry stomach. So we have to be very careful that we are not wasting the quantity of food. The next type they have given qualitative wastage of food. How the food is wasted? Because of its quality. Using wrong methods of protecting food. Protecting food, there are many methods. So you have to use right method of protecting food. And then excessive use of food preservatives. Food preservatives, if they are added in excessive quantity, the food quality is destroyed. Overcooking means cooking the food in for a longer time, that is called as overcooking. Then washing the vegetables after cutting them. This you study from 2nd, 3rd standard. that vegetables should be washed before cutting them. Otherwise, if the vegetables are washed after cutting them, what happens when you cut the vegetables and then you wash them? All the nutritive content of the vegetable is washed away with the water. And what our body needs is nutrition from the food we eat. So that vegetables will not remain that with that nutritive content. So quality of the vegetable is getting destroyed. Quality is becoming lower. So wash the vegetables before cutting them only. Don't wash it after cutting them. Then mishandling of fruits like grapes and mangoes. Mangoes and grapes, these are very delicate fruits. They get spoiled very soon. If you don't handle them properly, if you don't handle them, if you don't pack them properly and handle them, they will be pressed and they will be not fit for eating. So mishandling of fruits like grapes and mangoes is again a qualitative wastage of fruits. The miscalculation of time required to transport food from producers to consumers. Now suppose a transport van, suppose a fish or meat van, it starts at night from some place and in the morning it should be reached to a place by 5 o'clock according to the calculation. But for some reason it doesn't reach at 5 o'clock in the morning and it reaches by afternoon. All the items that the van is carrying, that the fish or the meat van is carrying, it will get spoiled because there was miscalculation in the time of transport. The food items were to be given to the consumers from the producers. The person who produces is called as producers and the person who purchases is called as consumers, the customers. So there is miscalculation of time required to transport this food from producers to consumers. These are the some of the causes of qualitative wastage of food. The quality of the food is wasted, quality is destroyed. Which are the qualitative ways? Using wrong methods of protecting food, then excessive use of food preservatives, then overcooking, washing vegetables after cutting them, mishandling of fruits like grapes and mangoes, miscalculation of the time required to transport food from producers to consumers are some of the ways where there is qualitative wastage of food. So food is wasted in quantity also and in quality basis also. So we should avoid wastage of food in both the ways. It should not be wasted quantitatively, it should not be wasted qualitatively. So they have given in the yellow box here, what can you do to prevent food wastage and food spoilage? See what can be done to avoid the wastage of food and to avoid the spoilage of food. Firstly, you should serve yourself only as much as you can eat. Only you can eat one chapati and some small amount of rice. You should take only that much in your plate. You are taking 2 chapatis and a lot of rice and vegetable and then you are just eating half from that and half you are throwing. That is wrong. Only serve yourself. Take in your plate only as much as you can eat. Then avoid overcooking of food. This will, overcooking will spoil the nutritive content of the food. The quality of the food will be destroyed which your body needs for proper nutrition. So avoid overcooking of food. Then thirdly, avoid throwing away leftover food. Reuse it in a proper way. Leftover food. Now suppose today in the evening some rice is left. What you should do? The next morning you should make masala rice or something and have it in your food. You should not throw away that leftover food. Reuse it in a proper way. Then fourthly, buy only as much grain, vegetables, fruits, milk as you need. Buy only the limited amount of food items that you need. Avoid the temptation to make excessive purchases. Don't behave like a hungry person. Avoid the temptation. Avoid the habit of making excessive, a lot of purchases which is not needed. Then store grains and other perishable foodstuffs like vegetables, fruits, milk using proper methods because these things they get spoiled very soon if they are not stored properly. Proper methods are not used to store them. Grains. Store grains properly means suppose you are having a stock of wheat or rice at home. So what you should do, you should use proper preservatives like neem leaves. You must have heard this from your parents. If you are storing a sack of wheat in your house, suppose you have stored a stock of 2-3 months ka wheat in your house, and you have to make sure that there are no insects attacking that wheat. So what you should do, you should put neem leaves or some pesticide like medicines you get in medical to prevent pests from attacking that wheat. In that way, you should store the grains properly and take proper care of them. Then perishable foodstuffs like vegetables. Perishable means they get spoiled soon. Vegetables, fruits and milk. They should be stored using proper methods. They should not be dumped anyhow in the fridge. Otherwise, they will be spoiled soon. Then check the expiry date. You know, on every pack or canned food, an expiry date is printed. Nowadays, on everything, every container, every box, every packet, an expiry date is printed. You have to check the expiry date of bottled or canned and also packed food and use that food item within that time only. Otherwise, if you use it after that expiry date, you will have to suffer from many diseases or you will get vomiting, loose motions and all. After the food item is used, after that expiry, if that food item is used after that expiry date printed. So be careful to check the expiry date and use that item within that date only. Eat all the food that you have served yourself. Again, this is related to the first point. Eat all the food that you have taken in your plate, that you have served for yourself. These are the 7 points. What you can do to prevent food wastage and to prevent food spoilage. Spoiling the food and wasting the food can be prevented. Now they have given here one question. What can we do to avoid use of rice grains as akshata? You all know in Maratha marriages, in Maharashtrian marriages, weddings, when the wedding ceremony is going on, the people which have come to attend the wedding, they throw rice grains on the bride and the groom that are called as akshata. Akshata they have to put. So what can be used instead of this rice grains for that akshata ceremony and to prevent wastage of food during wedding feast? Instead of rice grains, we can use petals of some flower. We can use petals of different flowers are there. You can use petals of different flowers instead of the rice grains to put that akshata. And what can you do to prevent wastage of food during wedding feast? You can only serve the people who have come for wedding. You can serve the food only as much as they need. So students, we were talking about what can you do to prevent food wastage and food spoilage. I told you 7 points which are written in your textbook. And then I told you about the point observe and discuss. What can we do to avoid use of rice grains as akshata? So I told you we can use flower petals instead of that rice grains to put that akshata on bride and groom. And they have again asked what can you do to prevent wastage of food during wedding feast? We have to serve limited amount of food to guests. Do not serve a huge amount of food, a large amount of food and let it be wasted. Then I was telling you about government has told us to observe World Food Day on 16th October. See in your textbook it is written in a highlighted box. 16th October is to be observed as World Food Day. What is to be done on this day? What is the aim of this day? It is to work towards food security and avoid food wastage, to keep the food properly safe and to avoid the wastage of food. Then the next topic in your book is food storage and preservation. We have learned about various methods of safe storage of food, like freezing means to keep the food in fridge safely. Drying means to dry the food grains in sunlight and store it safely so that you can use it for a longer time. Boiling, to boil the milk and other food items which are to be boiled and stored properly. Then airtight packing, Means the foodstuffs are to be packed airtightly, the air is to be removed and then the packing is to be done, etc. These different methods prevent the growth of microorganisms in the food and thereby save the food from spoiling. These are the methods by which food can be stored properly and it can be kept safe and spoiling can be prevented. Which method they have told us? Freezing, drying, boiling and airtight packing of foodstuffs wherever, for whichever foodstuff, whichever method is efficient, you can use that method and store the food properly and preserve it. So students, till here we have finished our chapter. In the next period we will be starting with the food protection and food preservation. So I request you to please read the chapter whatever part we have finished till page number 36 and we'll start the next part. Before that, I want you all to perfectly understand all the concept which we have understood first. Search more information about food safety on internet so that you understand it in more detail. Thank you so much, students.